going on, everybody? Apologies for being late. I was trying to start right on time and literally went live, and like 2 seconds later the power went didn't fully kick off up here, but it was enough to take my modem offline, so that ended up taking the internet down for almost 10 minutes there. So we're here, we made it. We've got Plat on the docket for tonight. It did take me a little while to fall asleep last night, and I think that has absolutely everything to do with the fact that I, despite this being a video game, my competitive nature and just like knowing what I'm capable of, I think I was really let down and hard on myself for how TrueSim ended yesterday. You know, despite having a really strong fight, you know, we let ourselves down a bit. So it is what it is. But it did hit me a little hard. Took me a little bit to get to sleep because I was just playing stuff back in my head over and over again. So maybe not the healthiest thing, but you know, it is what it is. I'm a competitive person. I want to do my best. So we're definitely not doing a lot of these. Sand saves, Scottsdale, 12 birdies. Oh, we can do the 12 birdies one. Maple swing, red and white on Canada Day. 12 furs, 5 up and downs, and 1 duo. I just don't get the like, I don't know, I don't get the obsession with like the random caveats. The clothing thing is already weird enough, and then tack on it, you need to do 5 pars on this course with this brand. Like, oh, it's... I don't know who is suggesting that is fun. They reorganized these with the update today. Challenges has a logo and is in a... Well, Challenges might have had a logo before. These are in a different order. Same order. Different order. Challenges used to be bottom right, I think. I think it was like My Career, Quick Play, or... Challenges was bottom right. I think it was My Career and Top Golf was bottom left. Unless these like reorganized based on what you do. I don't know. All of it's weird, man. All of it is weird. Alright. Let's hit some warm-ups. Let's finish this one off. We'll get some swings in. Then we can do that 18-hole. See, this is 9 holes at Summerlin. So maybe we do 9 holes at Summerlin. Do 18 at Oakmont. That'll be our warm-up for today. Get us prepped and ready. So I don't want to cut it too close. Borg furs of at least 100 yards. That's ridiculously easy. 6 gers within 30 feet. Also easy. 5 holes with a 2-putter, better. Alright, well, I mean, it is a training one, so... Nice. Good start. Good start. Been waiting for this stream all day, bot? Been waiting for this stream all day so you can teach me? Teach me your putting ways? Is that what it is? I don't want putting in approach cam. I do not want that. No siree. It's not a difficulty option. What am I doing with my life? Cameras. Off. $65%. Alright, 65% is our first putt of the day. That's not bad. It's low, but we hit our input, so yeah. That's always good. Oh, I know you were draining some putts today. I just kept sitting there thinking it would be nice if I knew how to do that. And then you'd be like, look at these putts, Colby. And I'd be like, that's great. I learned nothing because you're not explaining anything. Their update changed rounding. My club yardages are slightly different. Which I think they're actually more accurate than they were before. Because I think there was some weird rounding stuff where it actually rounded to different numbers. Can't tell everyone your ways. Yeah, but what if I traded you in approach game stuff? I don't know. Huh? Eh? 3-footers. I can give you a lot of them. Hey, what's going on, Lance? Think Hemo makes the cut? I think so. I think 17 is gonna just squeak in. 17 should just make it. Unless there's some, like, mystery of... Or, like, somehow, like, a ton of people all of a sudden come in at the last second. But I'm not expecting a crazy amount of extra people to show up and play. But I shoot round 1? I haven't shot round 1 yet. We're playing rounds 1 and 2 tonight. I did that yesterday. I was starting to miss my swing path a little bit. $7%. Hey, what's going on, Sean? This is PGA Tour 2K25. That's what we're talking about, bot. Right, that right there. That's my putting game in a nutshell. Need you to fix me. A little bit open, but honestly the open going back to the side helps me out. Although again, the power surged and killed the modem right as, like, I started stream and it immediately went and then no internet.
I brought home. Great. Where's Chris?
That sounds interesting.
There were so many marshmallows.
That still sounds interesting.
You don't have to eat.
Yeah. Yep. This is Pringle, so we got a different food. Well, we really need to find what happened to that brush, because we haven't like brushed him in months since we moved.
Used to be.
I know where we used to keep it, but we boxed everything up and we moved. All right, I think he's over it. What? I think it was like 5 after 7. Like he conked out. Yeah. I left the room. I had to check on him because I didn't know if he was breathing. Like he was just out cold. All right. Let's see with this putt here. I'm trying to give it like the true 4 cups. 4 cups. Okay, so when you say 4 cups though, bot, 4 cups starting, I would assume from center cup, right? So like 1 cup is like a half cup outside. 2, 3, 4. That's way too much. So either I'm dumb. That feels like way too much to me. Hey, D-Bry, what's going on? Thank you for the luck. Nice shooting. Saw your score up there. So I'm gonna tell you what mine is. We'll compare. We'll compare. I'll try and read my crappy way. I'm putting it in here. It's uphill a little bit. 58%. Nice. I think the mobile reads bot are probably not going to be good for you. Because it wasn't 3 either. This is like landing it right kind of around pin high. Don't love the amount of overpower and stuff on that. Hey, Mulligan, what's going on? Love the videos. I appreciate that, man. Glad you're enjoying it. Welcome. Doing beat counting. I've been trying to because like I'm pretty well hopeless without it. You know, my putting is just it's a bit of a travesty, to be honest. It's a bit of a travesty. And even with it, it's still bad because you still have to read it, right? Hey, Ane, trip was good. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Playing any real golf? I tried to. I got my first round of the season in like a week and a half ago. It was my first round in 8 months. So it went pretty well how you would expect that to go. I'll land just shy and kill it. It's too far. Hey, good evening, John. Welcome back. Alright, a little bit of Walmart rollback on that. There's enough break and stuff, I feel like, or enough double break. I'm just gonna have to kind of feel this one out. The 8%. That's gonna miss to the right. It just never hit the right to left enough. We're getting better on the putting inputs, so I'm at least feeling good about that. Like we're not giving those up, which is quite nice. How is that a left feel and I hit it open? There must be something with the way that I like grip the controller that sometimes when I feel like I'm finishing left, instead of actually like pulling the joystick left, my thumb like rolls underneath it and like pushes it out, because that happens way too often. Looks like a fairly clean lie. I'm gonna throw a 5-iron left of the flag. Gonna drift that way, but I wanna use the open side of the green here. Just get it on, take the long putt. It is what it is. Just gotta keep going. Yeah, I mean we're trying to. We're trying to for sure. For whatever reason, I just have such a hard time visualizing shots. And the stuff that I do visualize is literally like inches off. Literally like inches off. Just all the time. So, I don't know. It's one of those things, like, we just continue to rely on our approach game, but it's really difficult because you can only... I don't know, I feel like you can only rely on the approach game so much. Like, I can't jar everything. I can't. How is it into that wind lofted that still goes long? That I don't follow. But like these putts, these are putts that I should almost make, I don't want to say 100% of the time, but I should make these at like a pretty high clip. %71. How do you fix it? How do you fix it? How do you not be that close all the time and make nothing? I don't know what to do about it, man. Like, how can I be that accurate but also just that inaccurate? Don't get it. Yeah, what up, TFR? How have you been, sir? Oh, that's weird, because you play 9 holes, but it's only until you finish you don't actually have to finish 9 holes. You could finish that in 6. Everything went in on 23. I mean, I think the lip outs existing at the rate that they do is probably way more realistic, right? I mean, I still get some putts that, like, or, you know, still get some things that grab the hole and you're like, how did that drop? But I feel like this has to be way better than what it was. I mean, that was too much in the last game, I feel like, for so much stuff to drop. Working all the time, don't get much time for Twitch anymore. Life, man. I get it. I get it. Alright, so we're done that. Let's just finish the Oakmont one and be done with it. I don't know why it has the check mark on. I guess it's not promos. What is going on? I don't know why it has the check mark on course spotlights, because we haven't finished. Okay, that got slower. Have a hard stream? Not a hard stream. We played really well. I just got in my own way right at the very end. And we came up 1 stroke short of taking the lead on countback. So we're currently sitting second through 4 rounds yet again. I mean, that doesn't mean that we're going to finish there. You know, someone could always come along and knock us, but statistically speaking, we're probably in for another second place in True Sim. Yeah, but I can't blame it on that last round in particular. Yeah, they're 62 and change % off the 5 to 10 foot putts. Like, that's just not good. All right. Well, if you guys weren't sick of Oakmont already, yeah, I'm just gonna remind you guys, you know, what Oakmont is all about. The short 106. Downhill like 114, 116, wind. Just loft it. I underswung it, but I overhit the rhythm, so it kind of cancels out. Wow. That was rude. That was rude. No, it can win. I know. It probably would have been better if I didn't know what the final score was that we needed, but we did. It is what it is. Alright, this is gonna cut through the early break just a little bit. Underswung it by 1%. Probably still would have missed it low even if we hit the mark. I mean, at this point, I don't even know why I try and comment on it. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, what up, Liam? We're trying to do some challenges to get all warmed up and whatnot. Bad news. Oh no. Yeah, I'm playing on Legend, but I always play on Legend. Like, I always play on plat settings. I mean, you can play it on whatever difficulty, but I always play these and career mode on plat difficulty. Really don't. I play plat or true sim. That's pretty much it. Out for another 3 to 4 weeks? Ah, man. I mean, I knew we were trying to be optimistic, but an injury like that, definitely a tough recovery to be out on the golf course that quick. Load of bollocks. I mean, you don't want to... Thing with something like that, you don't want to tempt fate and cause, you know, that long-term damage and everything. No, I'm gonna play a little bit of loft on this. Ball's above the feet. There is wind that way, but it's uphill. I'm not gonna give it too much credit. Ooh. Nothing like double crossing. Six iron out of this seems like a bad idea. Take an 8. I'll loft it a little bit too. Need the fat part of the fairway. Catch up to me in True Sim, good luck. We shot 42, we came up 1 short of Scud, which is just about as typical a week as we could have. Alright, fairway lie, 173 carry. I'm gonna lose close to like 16, 17 yards. About 7 yards short. A little below the feet. Bounce and roll it from the left. I pushed it. And that's where I wanted to be. Carry the front lip and... Nice. Hey, good evening, RJ. Welcome back. Just need to make putts is all? Don't we all? Don't we all need to make putts? Tell me about it. So if you put on the putt and approach cam in the camera setting, within 45 yards of the green, that'll give you your scout cam back, and then you can click the joystick that you aim with to cycle through cameras and move around. Scott hasn't played plat yet, and you haven't seen him around either. Yeah, he always, I know at least with True Sim and stuff, I know that he normally has his rounds done pretty early, like over the weekend and stuff. I don't know if he's just forgoing plat or what the deal is there. This is gonna be like mid 30s and then the bounce, it's a 50 degrees, so I actually do need to play a little bit of loft on it. Bounce and then the roll right to left. A little above the feet too. Deep. Not terribly deep, but it's deep. Oh, he did play? Just can't read? Auckland City at the World Cup? No. I actually don't really know what you're referring to. Auckland is the New Zealand city, right? I think. This should carry about here. 7-iron, bounce downwind and roll. Take a little off of it. We're gonna take the aggressive line. And turn left. I just can't quite seem to, from the aggressive line, because the same thing happened when we were doing one of the other challenges, I think. Or maybe it was on our plat rounds. Where we just couldn't get it to... We just couldn't get it to, like, turn down there. It, like, feeds close, but doesn't feed enough. Some amateur football team from New Zealand playing in the FIFA... Oh, Club World Cup. That makes more sense. Because I was like, World Cup is countries. But I didn't realize that there was a Club World Cup as well. Your Sounders did their best, guy. What was the MLS representation? First real iteration of the event. Okay, well that explains then why I've just never heard of it. 196. I think I can realistically land like 193, 192, somewhere in there, which means I can carry, I need like 208, about 210 effective. Definitely in between. Try something. But I might lose more on this than I want to. But if we just play 216, 214, on at least 211, 95. I mean, this would be about pin high, so throw a little loft into it and call it a day. Yeah, because it was basically throw it in up at the pin and then use the backstop. Only MLS team to get into the knockout round. Gotcha. Miami, Seattle, and LAFC. Gotcha. Because obviously my team would be Philadelphia Union. But I know that they're not actually that great. Is there also a CONCACAF version of that? Because I know that that's normally, you know, the countries as well. So did they do a club version too? I guess that gets conflicting though with like players, right? Nice. Two for club and two for country. Okay, I'm just familiar with like the main country one, which I guess is Gold Cup. That's the only one that I know of. I'm not gonna claim to know much about anything. That's, if there was one to know about, that's the one. That one's World Cup qualifier, okay. Because what? World Cup year is next year? 14, 18, 22, 26? Nations League, which is a clone of the Euro version. Okay, see, I was always just under impression, I guess, that Gold Cup would be the Euros equivalent. I underhit that by 1%. That was close. Yeah, there's way too many tournaments. All of a sudden, I am very overwhelmed. There's way more tournaments with similar names than I was previously aware of. All the best of the Americas. Well, Copa America, though, that would expand it to the South American countries, right? Which would obviously increase the competitive pool size. The problem is we're gonna land too short with this. I want to try this. Feel like it's probably a bad idea. 75 and then wind in 92, 84. Throw a little lofted instead. I know these are firm and fast, but I just feel like if I'm trying to run it up with all of the other stuff going on, then that's not a great place to be. One of the Cashful American fans agreed to move it to the US and charge $300 to watch Colombia play Peru and Dallas. Well, I know that they also do Champions League stuff, right? In the US. Right? They do like a stadium tour. But I don't think, like, those are just friendlies. Those don't actually have any meaning to anything, right? Also, get in there, guy. 25 stream streak. Things you love to see. Well, because I know Champions League, right? I know there's the actual Champions League, but isn't there like a US? Is it not Champions League Stadium Tour or something? It's European clubs, ones that are, it's like the biggest ones, because I know like AC Milan and Man U and like stuff have played at like the Link and stuff. For context, I did used to follow soccer to a certain degree. I mean, I still keep up with AC Milan scores, but I can't say that I know anybody left on the team. Kind of don't know why. I mean, I guess just out of habit, still have their scores report to me, but I underswung it. Good line though. Land on the green, please. Kick left. Little roll to the left. Yeah, I needed that to have a little bit more pace. Not just call football soccer. Well, in the US, football is NFL, NCAA, so yes. turn off the international friendlies because they end up mid-season or counter to trying to win hardware. Yeah, like the fact that they mean nothing, which I get why they're trying to do it that way, but yeah, it's I keep underswinging. There it is. Anyway, golf. I mean, it doesn't have to. I mean, I don't care. People are interested enough in another topic. Like, that's the thing with these streams. We can talk about whatever. Talk about whatever. You know, surprisingly enough, people that like golf tend to like other sports too. Crazy, I know. What just really just absurd concept. You would never have expected it. But it's true. The name for football in American football? Weird name? We will actually kick the ball during the match. Yeah, but like, I guess here's, I don't know, not really counterpoint, but my question would be, what would you call it instead? You know, if we're gonna rename it, because handball is a different sport. Yeah, you also have to understand the English language is built off of stealing things from other languages. I don't think that there is a world in which this ends with, like, brilliance. So we're just kind of throwing it out there and hoping to be on the top shelf, but we're probably rolling all the way through. I pushed it. Trying to land it short and not get ridiculous rollout. Mission unsuccessful. Football for soccer should be feet ball because you use both feet. That's true. That's true. The rest of the world should call it feet ball. Which, in most languages, would that be footballs? I don't know what the football. I guess football. Which then gets too close to foosball, where you have little plastic men kicking with both feet at the same time. Yeah, this is very problematic. It's gonna take quite a bit to unravel. No. No. That's so mean, man. That's so mean. %. So if you were 82, 85. That's blasted, my friend. And then the worst part about it is you get this stupid little tap bleed. Yeah, look at that. Look at that break in the middle. Freaking Oakmont, dude. Freaking Oakmont. Big dudes hit guy with ball. Is that too long? It doesn't necessarily roll off the tongue. Yeah. We'd probably just have to come up with a new word. You know, something like how rugby, like, is just rugby, right? It has nothing to do with rugs. Unless maybe somewhere in the history they, you know, were beating rugs or something. I mean, we could call it pigskin, right? You know, really go like old school on it. What am I hitting here? A little uphill cut. Surprisingly more yardage than I thought. American footy, like Australia, but USA? Yeah, but, okay, American footy, why do we have to change from American football then? Dude. What was that snap? There's not, like, any movement on that putt. Oh, man. What a grand old time. Yeah, if we're gonna call it footy, which is a thing that you call soccer, aka football, and call it American footy, then we're just back to the American football argument. I certainly misidentified much with that. That was not a good input. Too upset with my approach shot. Must not have looked at the foot lie. I say that felt like perfect rhythm. You just call it American football. Yeah, I mean, it's just... That'd be like living in Mexico and calling it a Mexican standoff. Like, there's just a standoff. Bonus points if anybody recalls that reference. Yeah, like, we just call it football here, right? We could call it, you know, British football or Italian football, like, but soccer is just easier than reclassifying to everywhere that it's played. Big Bang Theory reference? No. No, probably a more obscure reference, I would say. Movie from like 2005, I want to say. Delta Farce. I don't know why I remember it, probably because I went to see it with friends as a kid. Yeah, that's right. You guys probably forgot that movie even existed. I don't necessarily blame you. Into association football? Well, I know that American football was derived from breaking the rules of rugby or something like that. I don't know, I'm pretty sure I did a like research presentation report when I was younger for school on it. I don't remember now because it was probably like 20 years ago. And I was a little bit scared to go at the hole. Underswung it. I don't know. I'll probably actually focus on the input line when we get there. Fairway bounce. There we go. I've had it a couple times where I landed in the light rough. And the light rough just kind of killed all momentum. Rare and elusive Night Tribe? Oh, man. And I know you're not traveling for work. How did we end up on Night Tribe this evening? That's the real question. %, geez. 2% over, not the end of the world. 2% less, though, would have been a nice looking putt. Kids went to the pool today, so they're wiped and wife is on cold medicine asleep. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it. That's the perfect combo. My son did not nap today. It was the weirdest thing. He I think we're catching up on sleep from the week away with the grandparents. So he went to bed early, slept in today, and then didn't actually sleep at all during his nap, and so put him down, 30 minutes or so early, and normally it takes him a little bit. He just kind of lays quiet, maybe sings to himself, whatever, before he falls asleep. Kid was out in 5 minutes, down at 7, by 7:05, done, just conked out. So much so that I had to go and pop into his room and put my hand on his back to make sure he was still breathing. Because he's got his stuffed animals and stuff, and in the monitor, there was no movement, couldn't hear breathing, head was in the stuffed animals. I'm like, is my kid alive? He is. We're good. Successful parenting, because the wife was not home, and I don't want that on my hands. That would be bad. That would be real bad. Kid is alive, what'd you miss? My kid conked out so hard with his head in his stuffed animals, I couldn't tell if he was breathing on the monitor. I was like, I gotta check and make sure we're good. Nice mug of ice cream fired up the Twitch directory. Oh, what a night. Shoes off, feet up, chilling. Sounds glorious. Just like that golf shot. Only eat ice cream and coffee mugs at the house, and you have no idea why. Man's is fancy. Truth be told, I don't think I've ever had my ice cream in a mug. At this video game again? Counterpoint. Were you ever not? Thoughts? It would also help to play the game probably more. I will say that is probably a pretty helpful thing. Made kinetic in TGC 19. I know, and you're still holding on to that. I remember, so I made my. Here's some tribe lore that maybe you didn't even know about. I remember you talking about TGC 19, and I played TGC 19 for all of like 8 hours because it was free on Games with Gold. And at your discretion, I have been a member of TGC Tours since August of 2019. But I didn't play until 2K21. When I got 2K21. I made an account. I thought about it. This should have a check mark now, because I finished it. Whatever. I'm not the programmer for this game. Yeah, so there's a little bit of tribe lore. I made a TGC account back in August of 2019 because of tribe. But I never actually played in TGC until, because I don't think I played the golf club 2019 again after that. It like sounded cool. I saw the website, whatever, and then I stopped playing the game. And then 2K21 came out, and Hemo said, "Yeah, you'd like it. It would be good for you." And we never looked back. Apologies to the rest of Plat. Yeah, we had it took us a bit to get acquainted with 2K21, but as soon as it clicked, I switched from the Xbox controller to PS4. Moved the left thumb from the awkward position down, and started to get things going, and it was we rose to plat, and we haven't really looked back. We had a short stint in elite because that's where we qualified in 23, but otherwise we've just been in that mid part of plat. Not bad enough to get demoted, not good enough to win anything. We just churn. This game we're on the other side of the cuts. We've been making cuts and rolling there, but yeah, nothing too crazy. All right, we'll be right back. We gotta take a quick 3-minute break here to handle the pre-roll ads. You know what? Apparently, I'm ignoring a bunch of YouTube chat because my internet connection being weird and now messages not coming through. Yeah, what's going on, Samers? I think it's just stopped coming through. I think it was working and then stopped. Yeah, my YouTube disconnected. Let me re-log in with my bot. I'm not ignoring you all, I promise. I promise. Zay, welcome back. Baffled if you're still hanging around. Sean, Ryan, hello. I promise I'm not ignoring people. Russianator, what's going on? My bot just stopped. So hopefully, let me see if I can. I'm gonna put a test. Make sure that those messages. Okay, cool. Messages coming through again. Expect to ignore some. Right. But if you're watching for the first time and you say something in chat and the streamer doesn't respond to you, the assumption is they don't read the chat or they're ignoring you, what have you, right? So there's the chance that people have left because I didn't say something, and that's unfortunate. That sucks. Yeah. We gotta take a quick break, get rid of the pre-rolls. We'll be back in 3 minutes. We'll run a couple more little training challenges here, and then we'll hop into plat round 1. Appreciate y'all being here. I promise. I'm not trying to ignore anybody, except maybe that one guy. No, I'm not. Nobody I'm trying to actively ignore at the moment. Be right back.
It's raining.
Ads. We are back. So a little update. I did make a Steam purchase today. Star Wars Jedi Survivor has been purchased. So we'll be playing that at some point here. Yeah, welcome back, Salty. We will be playing that at some point here. I think what we're probably gonna do, and I need to test some things. I'll have to do some work for scenes and stuff for the ones that we can go vertical on. I think I don't think that pitch is gonna work here. I feel like I'm gonna have to play like the long flop or something. We're just gonna cheese these. And by cheese these, it'll be so hard though. I need to get it in the middle one single time. Closer. Maybe we can get one of these ones close instead. To get the new ones, Josh? No. How's it going, by the way? The challenges, they are all just available all the time. But yeah, so I think what I'm thinking is like when the season is over, right? When we get through the final stuff, like the Tour Championship stuff, I think we might move to like Mondays are True Sim, Wednesdays are plat, and we're gonna grind out 4 rounds on each of those, and then Tuesday, Thursday, do some like variety stuff. So single player games, whatever. Maybe we'll throw some. I don't want to commit to multiplayer stuff, but there's always the chance. You know, depending on what it is, what's going on. Okay, that was the 106, so if we try this instead. I closed it, but is that gonna have the distance? It's close. Oh no, we closed it again. That was the distance we needed. That was the one where we gotta land within 3 feet. Because 80 yards is gonna be tough. Such a tight. Or to the Masters when you try and chip, it just backspins off the green, makes you rage so hard. Yeah, to be honest, I don't remember the mechanics enough in that game. But yeah, it's definitely some different ball physics. Definitely some different ball physics that they have. Alright, we just have to get one in the middle. We'll get one in the middle and then we'll do plat. Alright, so I think this is gonna be the 50-degree long flop. My rhythm is so bad with it. There we go. Much better rhythm. Why am I closing them all? Am I getting 100? Did I just get 100% lie out of that? I think I did. I don't think it was the same lie as the last time. Oh, that's awkward. Quads, come on, get in the circle. Oh man. That was so close. I don't have a great feeling about this. This is definitely a little bit more on the RNG side. Which I don't love. It stopped it. We'll take it. That's one way to get it to stop in the middle, is to just use the hole as a break. Okay, let's go play plat. Let's go play plat, because I don't think I want to grind any more of these before we play meaningful stuff. Ooh, little sound effect. Because I mean, we have this one, but these ones are like shots out of the rough. I don't need to be grinding partial shots. We're gonna try and not take too many of them. I know that's obviously everybody's goal, but I really pride myself on not having to take many of the like awkward stuff. Now, some weeks they force you into some awkward super flops and things that I'm not good at. That was one thing that we clubbed up one too many times on a super flop on True Sim. Definitely may have been the difference. Didn't need to go and look at that again. I meant to go to plat. Didn't need the reminder that I suck. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. We had a good final 2 rounds of the major last time out. That definitely helped us. We had the week off last week. Looks like the cut line is gonna be fairly low. 18 should be clear. 17 should be clear too. Just a little bit more flirting with it. Let's see what we got here. It's a Q track, so you know it's gonna be rough. Playing the gold tees, medium winds out of the west. Very firm, very fast. Lovely. Lovely. Question for those familiar. Is this course ported? It's a Q course, so probably a port through, which means that greens are probably not gonna break as true as I'd like them to. Does that seem like a fair assessment? Which maybe that'll help me, because I don't read the greens correctly anyway. Yeah, what's going on, basket? That would put me inside 100 yards. And it's very firm. So I'm gonna take... Okay, a little bit of a pull, that's fine. Gonna take the 3 wood off the tee here. Not much, man. Just getting going. Just getting going here. Yeah, they definitely changed the way that the numbers round. They didn't change anything about the actual distances, but I think they actually round to the proper values now, which is nice. I'm not going to be able to really sit this the way that I want to, but it's very firm, so I gotta play nice. I left it open because I've been left the face open because I had a couple there where I was missing them differently. That's a shame. Okay. I'm gonna go up 1 club here. I don't know if that's a mistake. Just feels like something I need to do. Let me think about it, because it is very firm and very fast. If the lie's not bad... Try and overpower. I should have done it. I should have gone up the club. I second-guessed myself. How did Okay. Whatever. How that's 3% under, I have not a clue. Okay, we can't just rage out the gate. We can't just rage out the gate. How that's 3% under, though, I really do not understand. 51, 56? Early 60s, that's 14 yards. I gotta take some loft because it's very firm, very fast. Okay, well, there's at least a correction on the swing input. Should drift to the left. Or not really. It's gonna go straight. See, and there I overhit it and I got, I don't know. I over rhythmed it because I think of probably just frustration from the previous one. I can't let things compound. I think is really what it comes down to. I can't let things compound. All right, we're gonna take 4-iron off the tee here. Maybe fade it a little up against this wind. Because I want to put myself into a comfortable wedge distance. Which is precisely what we're able to do here. Come on, very firm bounce. Okay. Thought very firm might be a little bit more, but nice. Nice, 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 nice. Love that. Well played, Colby. Good job. I don't know what it is. I think all of the putt misses, like, I think it all just starts to get to my head. I mean, it doesn't help that you miss the approach shot. That obviously doesn't feel good when you got a wedge in hand to be off like that, but boy, does it just stings. It just stings. Like, just when you know what your potential is and you just watch it putt after putt go. Go fading away. There we go. I'm gonna have to take some mental adjustment here and just kind of try some different things out. 216, 230, 239, 254. I mean, this is like very firm and very fast. It's probably better to land it on the green than to try and play this like roll it all the way up there sort of game. Because if I try and take a 5-iron, I'm going to end up like landing it here. And so 228. What does it get me onto the green? 250 is my carry. I got 242. I'm not going to get there. Just loft it as much as you can, I guess. Downhill, it's gonna drift. I mean, you have to shape it. I feel like if you ought to have, yeah, even any chance, then I don't know. That's like still need to partial it. It's awkward. Awkward as can be. I mean, we don't make chips here, so that's no surprise. Tried maxing out Green Reader? No, I haven't. I don't know what I would trade off for it. I have it at 2 upgrades. Thing is, we also use the same build for True Sim, so that would be more stats or perks or whatever that are wasted there as well. Slightly downhill lie. 37. 31. I'm gonna punch it through a little bit. Fall slightly above the feet. Come on, it's very fast greens and you're gonna just stick on the red. Orange, whatever. Didn't turn back enough. I moved it just a touch at the end because I thought it would. Come on, man. Sure, why not? At this point, meow. It. Didn't have enough legs anyway. Cool, plugged into a rock. I don't understand anything. I think now I'm just playing upset. I think that's what's happening, is like now I'm just frustrated with how every single thing is going. Don't have stinger recovery or an upgrade on pick. Oh, see, I think pick is a must-have. I don't have recovery. I think stinger I could do without. I have it, but ultimately it really doesn't do anything. I also just can't seem to get these very firms to play the way that I want them to. Yeah, I'm saying pick upgrades I think are important. Because I just think that the pick is a powerful shot. I mean, obviously the argument is that you don't use it a lot. So like that's something to factor in. I closed it. I don't know what it is, like all of a sudden I'm just off. Just off on everything. I don't get it. I don't get it. I had one earlier that was like 4% under and that one's suddenly 6% over. What are we doing here? What is that? Where is that coming from? Great save. There's very high headwinds, John. I have honestly just been taking power drive instead. I hung too far left. Missing contact and swing path with it is pretty unpunishing. Almost straight up and down in most cases. Naturally miss it less. I actually just put it back to my normal swing path, personally. We have narrow landing zones. I mean, is the stinger, though, really that much less punishing? I guess is my question. $163. Very firm though. Sit. Playable. Come on, man. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Pushed it. Underswung, push, nice. I can't mentally stay in it. I cannot mentally stay in it, not because of the course, but because I can't get anything going. It's so mentally taxing to just suck that bad at putting. Feel like you hit the stinger more consistently than you do the power drive? It probably is mental. I don't think I need the power drive here because I think there's enough. With the very firms and tailwind, I think there's enough distance to bring the rough on the other side into play if we power drive. Oh, you want to talk about being in one's head? The putting is so in my head. That's short. I don't want to run the choked. Float this past the flag. Basically, I'm going to try and throw this back there and get the backstop going. Left the face open. Not terrible. Not terrible. Feel lucky. Overhit it. I'm also getting some weird, I don't know. visual misfires, so to speak, on the putting power. Slightly open, but it's barely anything. Yeah, I apologize if the stream is maybe not the best of moods, because I'm just getting real hard on myself, and yeah, not great. What's going on, Arkin? I don't know what you're trying to do or tell me, but it sounds sad. Double crossed. Lucky kick left. Okay. Funny joke in your hood? Okay. Yeah, it went right over my head. It might just be the way that the golf is going, though. Okay. Awkward distance for sure. So if I go in here, we're in partial territory. I would rather play it off of this side than bring the water into play. That's just how I feel about it. I'd rather try and find that gap than play the gap to the right and have a mishit put me in the water. Yeah, what up, Vandy? We're having a tough go of it, man. My putting is just so atrocious. Which I don't know why I'm acting like I'm surprised at all. But it's just been real bad again. Really putting me in the mental funk. Up the hill, the wind wouldn't take a hold of that as much. I'm really trying to take the feel over on this one. I've kind of stopped counting because that hasn't done me any good. One of the best players in the game? I appreciate that I've conned you that much. There's no way that even if we power drove this, we're still going to be 300 plus left into the wind. So doesn't make any sense to try and rip the power drive here. Yeah, 321, effectively 328. You're just never having a good time with that. I will, for the sake of spin control coming in, I'll take a 5-iron for the layup. Could have gone 4, but I wanted to have a little bit more club. I didn't want with that backstop to come like ripping back. 144. We're not gonna get 13. I think with the choke 9, we can maybe bring that red slope into play behind the hole and Roll back. Closed it. No. I'm surprised with that being choked that it just died. I guess that's the part that's shocking for me, is it just... Not bad, just a little off the mark. That's a tough par 5. Tough par 5, because you... forces the 3-shot, forces you to be on with the wedge. I mean, I guess there's enough space there that I probably realistically could have hit a nice wedge. I feel like... this should be fine. Not the closed again, man. Like overdoing it. It's a nice kick. I don't think it's gonna have the legs even on the very fast. Fortunately, this pin, the big left and the big right misses. Oh, come on. You son of a gun. That one's not gonna turn. Got it. Yeah, cool. All the other ones, dude. Not that one. Just frustrating. Just frustrating. I think that's all it really boils down to. Yeah, it was just having expectation of self, and then being ultimately just let down by the same things over and over again. I mean, at least we can rely on our approach game most of the time. Problem is, we've been off enough of the time that we haven't been able to make everything get close to the hole. But I mean, that's a 9 under. We started with a bogey and still put 9 on the cards. Finish round with Sculptor. Apparently, the round that we played at Oakmont with the Sculptor didn't count. Yeah. We can definitely still make the cut from here. Just the putter is such a frustrating thing. I want to throw it in a lake, but can't really afford to do that. All right. Again, I apologize for the mood of the stream. I guess is probably the best way to word it. We're gonna take our normal little pre-rolled moving ad break here. We're gonna give it 2 minutes, and then we will come back and we will tackle round 2. I I need the breather is probably, very good timing. Most times ruins the flow. This time might just help us out. So appreciate y'all being here. We'll be back in 2 minutes, and we'll see what we can do.
It's raining.
Ads. Okay. Okay. Let's reel ourselves back in here. Red tees, high winds, firm, fast. Okay, so theoretically, course should play longer, but approach game, things should be a little bit easier, both off the tee, holding fairways, which I heard people talking about lumpy fairways and whatever. These are not that crazy. They're really not. I don't know if it's just people struggle with accuracy off the tee and that's part of it. I also don't know. Some people, I feel like I should have not done that. It's actually okay. But I think that some people also just like don't loft and cut their shots like into slopes and stuff. Because the whole objective is just get it on the ground quickly. But I feel like sometimes that's not accounted for as much as it should be. Okay. Okay, good start. Good start. Much better. It's a 2-stroke swing for hole number 1 this time around. All right, take it easy, Liam. Have a good night, man. It is quite late where you're at, so rest up. Down the hill too. Decent approach line. That's it. Like that. Whoa, 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 whoa. That almost kicked me outside the hole there. That would have been triggering. No point driving the green. Actually, the only point driving the green would be to get in that bunker. Because that's playable. That kicks hard right to left, so you almost have to... You can't go straight at the bunker if you want to get in the bunker. Fade it. Try and cut it back again so it's a bit straighter of a hop right up into the bunker here. Get in. Oh, no. No. A little awkward now. That's too long. Too short. Few yards past. Rolls up and then back. I mean, it's fast greens. Maybe put some shape on it. I'm still too far off on those pushes. Come back down the hill. I'm not accounting enough for the miss that I know I'm gonna have. Alright, we gotta get sweaty with this read because it's looking a little too straight. I don't want to get... I don't want to get too wobbly here. Blah. Hate it. Alright, still up and down for bird. It's a long... Is it worth it? 297. Gonna be uphill a lot of the way. It's gonna be over 200 in. Might just try and overpower this one instead of... power driving it. Alright, well, we got 103. And we've got a shot here that now is going to come in about 10 yards short, maybe a little bit more. Firm fast. I'm going to choke the 4-iron instead. I want a little bit more yardage, a little bit more roll. Good adjustment. I was playing it a little bit safe there. I didn't want to go too far left because the choked approach up the hill, I didn't know quite how much I would get peeling back, and I didn't want to put myself in a position where we... Didn't want to put myself into just like an awkward position where we ended up somehow going left. Okay. Settle down. Settle down, settle in. When you can get things going, definitely feels a lot better. I'll say that much. 276, but the problem is this went, like, we're gonna land short. A partialed driver. I pushed it. Try and cut the wind, carry the thing, and like ride the ridge in there. This might still be okay, but it might have taken too much of a left angle. I need this backstop to do some serious work. Hey, Leo, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that, man. How are you doing? I mean, it's saying little bit of drift. I don't know, just put it like on that right edge and hope that nothing goes crazy here. Ooh, okay. This is the start that, if we had this start to the tournament as a whole, I think we would have just felt a lot better. But better late than never, I suppose. Yep. I'm not surprised that my brain closed that one. Kick off the rock back to the fairway. Easy. Okay. Yeah, water on the right-hand side. I can't say that I'm all that surprised. Uphill, but this wind should still hold us out there, I think. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Stay left. Stay up on the green. I'll take it. I'll take it. Nice to be back on the birdie train. Oh, absolutely is. It's great to be back on the birdie train. That's the train you want to be on. That's the train you want to be on. You do not want to be on the par train. Or just like on any sort of frustrated train that involves freaking missing putts over and over and over again. I can take the aggressive line here for the chance at a long iron in. Or we're gonna have to feeling pretty good. Bold move, Cotton. I'd say it paid off. Ain't no problem, Leo. I mean, the thing is, we don't stream just to, you know, show off gameplay. Like, chatting is a part of the experience. So, appreciate you being here. Hope all is well. Okay, I can't take 6. I don't know what's up with Myro Kart. 86 months, dudes. Welcome back, dude. Appreciate it. Hope you continue to enjoy your faces. No, so my wife came in the stream earlier this week and tried to take the stream hostage with Mario Kart, and now she's trying to get people to commit to playing Mario Kart to get me to actually make it happen. That's pretty much the gist of it. So you're just a pawn in her scheme. Oh, those are some quads. Don't be too far left. Yeah, she's like, well, maybe if I can get Deuce and some other people to commit to it. Yeah, maybe then. I could tell when it didn't get as right as I thought early that we weren't gonna get it. Do I only play golf? Is that what you're trying to ask? At the moment, yes, but is it the only thing that I have ever made content for or will do? No. We're looking to, once the golf season is over, probably bring in some other games. I bought Jedi Survivor because it was on sale and I have been meaning to play that. So that'll probably be one that we get around to at some point. Best score? I think we shot a 19 under one time. But we pretty much only play on Master or higher. Like, we're playing on Legend right now, with some of the other difficulty settings turned off. Oh, hey, we're 8 birdies to start the round. All right, nice. When we play well and we're just kind of locked in, don't even notice how well we're doing. Thanks for listening, dude. No, no problem. See, because I didn't get aggressive off the tee trying to cut the corner. We've got a tough approach here. Trying to think if there's a way to... Can't really. It's going to pretty much land... Yeah. Pretty much going to land just on the green, and whatever rollout we get is what we get. I mean, if it went in the hole, that would be cool too, but I think it's going to miss right. Pretty straight roll. That's saying break at the end. Putting it on the edge of glory. And I'm hanging on! Okay. Okay. The tale of 2 rounds. The absolute tale of 2 rounds. I feel like power drive is really the play, otherwise I'm putting myself into some real long stuff. Oh, what a time to clutch up. Still gonna be a long putt, but we're on here, Amy. We're on here. Favorite course? I mean, I'm terrible with favorites. Probably Augusta. I know there's not officially one in this game, But as far as like IRL is concerned, gotta love Augusta. I can't say that I necessarily have a favorite created course. I'm notoriously bad at favorites, as anybody around here will tell you. That's too high to the right. Good lag, though. Drive the green, 2-putt bird. Just keep things rolling. We made the cut. And a surprise. Just, I don't know, we're hitting it well. Just go for the gap. Like, we're hitting quads on Legend enough. We may as well just take our chances with the precision shots. Kind of the way I've been feeling about it, you know? Like, if we've got it, we've got it. So just go for it. Just go for it. I kind of thought I might have messed that one up. Got the firm fairway bounce. Thought that maybe with the loft that I was getting, I was flirting with it too much. Favorite player? Tiger. That one's easy. That one's easy. Growing up on Tiger. %? Oh, woof. That's 100. Nailed it. Alright, well, the birdie train ends. The birdie train ends on hole 11. It was a good run while it lasted. It was a very good run while it lasted. One like 78, which would be like right into this on a choked. A choke shot, that might not be bad. Oh, just a touch too far. The slope didn't kill it. Favorite? My wife. I think I aced the quiz. That feels like a plant, Vandy. It feels like a plant. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Make the putts this round. Last round, nothing goes. This round, things start to go our way. We've got like 255 hours or so in this title. But we did play 2K21 and 23. So we're at like 2,500 hours in the series as a total. A little bit closed, but I'm okay with that because that gets us left fairway, gives us plenty of room. I know it's a long shot. I didn't really like even look at. Yeah, 320. We weren't gonna get there anyway in 2. Trying to give myself a chance, but yeah, there really wasn't much chance to be had. The part of my thumb that like takes the brunt of most of these shots is starting to get sore. Because I like use like this part of my thumb, like kind of right above the joint. That like just, it's kind of the bony part, like right below the pad. And that's kind of where I roll over a lot of them. Sort of just like the feel from my putts come from. And it's starting to get a little sore out here. $118. Probably about 7 yards long with the choked 50. Would make me about 3 yards short with this. That doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. It's 108. 118. I'll try it. I say don't spend too much, please. Okay. I mean, the 3-shot... The 3-shot par 5s are always tough. Overswung it. That's unfortunate. 2% over, and I must have had it just catching the edge. Getting 2K thumb, JJ? Yeah, just a little bit. That's not worth it. Alright, that's the first, like, makeable putt that we missed. I just thought I was going to break a little bit more, overhit the putt just a touch. Really, anything that's like inside of 50%, like when you get up to these faster greens with the shorter putts, inside that 50%, I definitely struggle. Turned it over a little bit too much this time. 4 degrees closed. All right, we got a chip from across the green. What's going on, Tim? %. Not a bad effort. Not a bad effort. Man, no, it really is. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's actually red or if that's just the way that my thumbs look, but yeah, you can't really tell with the way that the lighting comes off. Everything just kind of gets a red hue to it. Hate the pitch shot? I'm gonna say no. I mean, the pitch shot is definitely... It's better than it used to be. I'm just gonna take the 3 hybrid here. The pitch shot used to be really bad. The 60 degree and like 56 degree pitch shots are like basically your gap wedge and shorter, gap and lob wedge, whatever lofts you got on them. They're definitely better now in season 2. They were really bad in season 1. Now they're usable. You just have to learn what the bounce and rollouts are. Yeah, if you're trying to use them out of the rough, they're gonna still roll a ton, but they're certainly better than they used to be. Definitely feel a bit more reasonable. It's gonna flare right up the hill. Yeah, this should hold it out right. Good line. And I think we sat it enough. Okay, there we go. Can make that putt for sure. Yeah, they have the pitch has rollout for sure. I mean, they kind of have it set up in a way with the different shots and everything that, like, if you want to have something that isn't spinny, or that is spinny rather, like, you gotta take some sort of like flop or spinner. I mean, even the regular flops roll out, so like super flop and spinner are your bitey shots. Pitch, you gotta still have some green to work with. Had I gone for this, would we have had a chance? That would have been a really aggressive drive, though. I don't think so. Don't think I want the long bunker shot. Uphill and bunker, like, don't think I want that. Do the same thing. Yeah, if you get it just, like, if you can find your swing with this part of your thumb, absolutely. But when you're down here and you're controlling it kind of on the bone, ooh. Yeah, it starts to not feel great. So where's the layup that we want? Short of this bunker and get a full lob wedge? Guess we're just gonna cut like the choked 7 here, try and get out to a good distance. Yeah, I think it's gonna be 56 with a little bit extra because of this hill that we're on. So that felt good. Just rhythmically and everything. Like, I pretty well knew we were there. How we doing, kind? Rob, welcome back. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. First round was rocky. We just had a lot going on in terms of disagreeable putter. Shot 9 under in the first round, and then we started this round 10 under through 10. Rattling off a bunch of birds. So this round has certainly gone more the way that we would want to. More often flop or use a spinner in a place of what a pitch? Yeah, I mean, if you have, for me, it's like if I have green to work, then I'll bring the pitch out. But if I'm just like in a tight spot, which I feel like a lot of times I'm just in the tighter spot with the flop, and it's a video game too, so you have to think of it that way. Like, execution-wise, you know, what are you more comfortable with? And in a video game, generally speaking, the execution across the shots is more balanced than in real life. Man, they're just really great at putting you at the most awkward distances possible when it comes to these. Because I'm going to land firm here with a 4-iron. I still big bounce and on, but otherwise 225, 215. Like, otherwise I'm landing here. That's not gonna work. Smokey, thank you for the follow. Real life flop shots are right, exactly. That's what I'm getting at. So it's land 4-iron short on the fairway, or loft this up. Have a backstop shot. Now, I just don't like the kick short of the green, so I don't really know what the right play is, but I'm thinking I'm gonna put loft on it and just call it. Closed it. Ah, man. Kick right? Question mark? Roll around the back? Turn out better than I planned it to? Thoughts? That works. I mean, it's in the right part of the green. Let's go, Andre. I feel like with the update, you have to add even more distance to shots into heavy wind. The wind hasn't felt any different to me, Smokey. 99 shaping on a sculptor give you versus 80 on a tech? You have a sculptor build, want to know more to what to look for? Jared, thank you for the YouTube sub. So I have 90 shaping, D-Brad. Hey, thank you for the follow, Trey. I have 90 shaping. I felt like 90 to 99 wasn't a lot, but I didn't test. That was more of a feel. I didn't test like specifics. But for me, I can shape a fade all the way out to the left side of the ball on the like shot shaping animation. You know, when you press L1, I can shape a fade all the way out there. So I can probably play on the edge, like if I shape down to the bottommost position, from there I can probably hit like a little 2-yard baby draw, and I can probably cut it about 5 to 7 back the other way. One of only people to say your name correct the first time. Lucky guess. Nice. All right, 51%er. Come on. Turn. That's what we need. Come on. One more hole. Ball to stop quicker with spin. So you can shape the ball more with less punishment. So yeah, I can probably, if you mapped out the exact yardage differential, couple of things. Spin is off of the power stat, right? So I have more power, generally speaking, so I probably have more natural spin in addition to the higher lofted club. So I can hit it further with a bit more stopping power, and then I can more than likely add more loft overall, you know. So I can take off more yardage at the same time I'm adding, you know, more spin. Yeah, I'm like 99% certain that the conversations have been that extra power affects the spin. I think it might mention that on something too, like one of the knowledge things in the game. What's going on, Woodrow? These tournaments real? I mean, against real people, yes. There's no like real money or anything involved in it, but you know, we're playing for the cut. The cut has processes in like an hour and a half here, hour and 20 minutes. We're playing against close to 100 people. Technically, there are thousands within the full 15 flights, but there are 100 that are about active this week in the top flight that we play in. We gotta get 17 yards out of this. I mean, we're probably like 13 mile an hour tailwind. On this wedge, maybe we get 7 to 8. So it would land it here. Firm bounce. I'm gonna put a little bit on it, so maybe we hit the downslope. Firm bounce, so maybe we hit the downslope. Of course I underswing it. Well, now we better roll down the downslope. Not the time to hit 2% under. Not the time to hit 2% under. I overswung it. Yep. Yep. Knew it. Knew it, because I'm playing that, thinking that there's going to be the break. All right, I mean, much better round. Much better round there. 14 under. That'll do some good climbing. Yeah, I mean, second best round 2. At least on PlayStation. We'll see what it holds up against on Xbox and PC, but yeah, that's a very good way to put ourselves back into the thick of things. Yeah, and I've heard that there's some tougher rounds to come. Let's see here what the leaders look like in round 2. Well, nobody that finished in the top 10 had a better round 2. Okay, I know that not everybody is done. I know that not everybody is done. But yeah, 56 definitely in there as one of the better ones. Someone beat Darker? Yeah, Darker was like 5 strokes back. I guess a lot of the people that have played already, or a lot of the people that are at the top have played already their full tournament. I don't think D-Brad has. I don't think Philly's Great has, unless Philly's Great fell off. Oh no, Philly's Great did fall off. 68 in the final round. Yikes. I mean, the 61's not killer. It's not great, but I don't know what happened there with the 68. That's a 3 under. Final round, just that bad? I mean, I'm seeing a ton of 60s. Anderson hasn't either. Yeah, and Kara's at 26. She played her first 2 rounds pretty quickly. Yeah, we put ourselves in a good spot. If we can play more like round 2 for rounds 3 and 4, yeah, we'll set ourselves up for a nice finish. I mean, a pair of like a 10 and an 11 puts us top 10 as it stands. Yeah, so if we can keep to double digits or better, seems like round 3 is going to be the one to do that a little bit more than 4. But yeah, definitely a solid bounce back. Definitely a solid bounce back. You know, round 1 leaves a lot to be desired. Curious here if we take a look at the round by round stats. All right, let's see here. 21 foot proximity, 83% Gur, 4 of 7 medium, and 2 of 7 long. So, I mean, it was 83% Gur. I guess it was still 25 putts. But round 2, very different story. 94% Gur, proximity was a little bit closer at 19.7, and we were 7 of 8 and 3 of 7. So only 1 extra long putt made, but an extra medium putt, and we made more of them. And then obviously less short putts in all. So 23 putts. Might be jump into Sculptor Gang moving forward. I like it. Here, I'll show you like on the range with the stuff on, so you can get like a real visual for it. You know, I don't know, even in 23, like I've always been one to shape the ball. A lot of it is for distance control, but having the option to be able to conveniently shape to straight and to you know, be able to play a cut if I need to, still play a baby draw if I need to try and utilize wins or play around things. Like, I don't know, for me, I'd rather that than the extra stats that you get for like recovery or whatnot from the like the magician builds. And like as the seasons go on, like this gets more and more forgiving. I can hit my points at the like 85 or whatever that I have in contact and swing path. Yeah, so if I turn the trajectory on and we'll turn the A marker on, that should give us what we want here. So obviously I don't know exactly what your clubs play as, but so default position, right? Let's go like a mid iron, because this is probably the most effective thing. So that's now my most upright, and like I'm kind of in that point where I can play like a baby cut, you know, a baby draw here and still hit the outside point on the swing back. So you get a little draw, right? It's not much, maybe like a yard or so, but before it flips, I can go all the way out here. This is 90 shaping. So for that same point that I can hit like the little 1 yard draw, I can hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, probably like a 7 yard cut. I find that very handy. Yeah, so even though I'm a draw bias, I can play 7 yard cuts if I want to. Yeah, I'm effectively a fade bias, but I have a lot of varying cuts that I can play. Now I just play in general where I always shape to as straight as I can try and kind of make out. Yeah, maybe it's a baby draw, maybe it's a baby fade, but try and take wind out of play. Now with loft and stuff, my full loft here is 7 yards. So let's test this. 7 yards. There's quads, that'll work. So that's enough to land and come back, you know, about a yard or so short of where I started. Now, I think the best thing that we can do is just swap to my crappy technician and just kind of see. It's not going to be a fair comparison fully, because I don't have it maxed out, but it should give us at least a little bit of an idea, because it's still 90. You're 82 shaping on tech, the points barely shrinking is what makes it so worth it. Yeah, because like I can get all the way out there it not move and the points not shrink. And you saw when I fully shaped it, it came in like here. It didn't come down to this. Let me see what stats I have in this character before we go in, just so we know what we're working with. I don't know why I'm out here helping the leader, but I don't know, maybe something reciprocal in the future. So I have 75 shaping on this character, so it's not the full 82, but I've got it up to 75. 67 power. Now, no fittings on this. You can see where I value stuff, because everything in the top part went first. Okay, so 75 versus 90. So it's only 15 points of difference. But it's less power too. So we should get an idea of the combo of that spin, right? It's less spin and less... Because what was it? I was able to take 7 yards off on the shot shape. So here, it's only 3 yards shorter. I can only take 4 yards off. So with the 15 extra shape, I'm able to take 3 extra yards off. Doesn't look like the punishment is that much, but it's probably because I can get to further with about the same shaping. Alright. This is 101, but the point being, let's see how it spins back relative to the pitch mark. Yeah, so as you can see, there's less spin on it because we only came a few inches beyond the pitch mark. With more shaping and a little bit... It's hard to know exactly how much is attributed to both, but 15 extra shaping and the extra power, it came back probably about a yard more by comparison. So you think when you scale that out to longer, fuller shots, just how much, you know, softer you can get when you start lofting things up. I don't know. It's a combination of, like, it doesn't affect the shots as much when you're shaping, and I also personally just have a trust in myself to be able to hit my points that, like, that combo just works for me. Because then I can just focus on playing the shot to where playing to the shot that I need and not having to worry as much. The only thing really in my bag is like the flop shots and stuff that are like, what shots can I hit? Like physically hit. You know, short game stuff where it's partialed and you're like dealing with partial percentages, like those, that's a different set of questions, I think. But yeah, always something to think about. Always something to think about. My wife says I need pants. She said that the pant options are not great. Well, they keep giving tops. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Like, hopefully that's useful. Yeah, I've always sworn by it. Yeah, but people, oh, we're tier 69, nice. You know, people really tend to enjoy the extra forgiveness or like swear by magician and stuff. To me, recovery is just such a waste. I don't know. That's how I've always looked at it. Like, recovery, it's a stat line that you're trying to avoid, and it's not all that bad even when you're there. So like, why am I gonna put the points into it? Give me as much shaping as I can get. Because when I'm looking at this, like, to me, the difference between 90 and like the max that I could get was not much. So I'm like, okay, I'll put it at 90. I'll get the recovery up close to 70, so I'm not scraping like the worst rolls. I don't need the best rolls out of it. Because again, like, my fur and gur percentages are high enough that, like, to me, that's just, it's super wasteful. Because, like, for the lifetime of this game, right? So that's even factoring in, like, the very beginning. 4% bunker tendency, 10% rough, 6% missed fairways. That's pretty low. You know, we average across all things, and we've been playing pretty well this whole game on like Legend or just Master Plus. To be like 84 and 82%, even playing plat courses and such. You know, the amount of time we even spend in the heavy rough compared to like the light rough, and like sometimes you're forcing yourself into bunkers intentionally, you know, greenside, and I don't find those to be a knock at all. Like, that's not a negative. I don't need the recovery stat for that, really, because it's such a short shot that the percentage swing doesn't affect you as much. I haven't made one 50-footer longer yet in the game, guys. I guess I need to give myself more opportunities. I've only completed 307 rounds. According to this. The albatross stat is correct. The ace stat, did that update to be proper now? I think it might have. Although, I don't know if it's counting... Like, I don't know if it counted the challenge where we hit one, because that's like our 6th. Anywho, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, those are my opinions on it. Obviously, I think there's a skill piece to it, right? Like, you have to be accurate enough on your points to be able to make that jump out of technician. But despite all of that, we still have strong stats on those. Like, I have 16 swing path and 11 contact. What does that put me at overall? Yeah, so we still have 88 and 89. Like, we're not slacking in that. My driver, my 3-wood, my 3 hybrid have a little bit less because I have some power into that. But, like, come next season, we're going to be rocking 90s. 90 versus... I mean, if you're running a 99 build on technician, then, like, I guess you've got other problems. You know, some top people probably play a 95, but the difference between 88 and 95 is probably not that high. Able to sink your 5th 50-footer doing the Oakmont challenges? Okay. Yeah, at some point we'll get it. I mean, it's one of those things that the quests are there as a completionist thing at this point, John. We're really not missing anything by not having them done, but, you know, it is what it is. They're there, which inherently makes me want to complete them to some degree. But all right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow night, much to my wife's dismay. We'll be playing golf. I'll try if there's like actual interest in watching or playing it before we kind of get to our variety season. Let me know, and maybe we can try and work out some sort of Mario Kart 8 thing if people have the Switch and wanna play and do a stream of that. But yeah, we didn't the timing of things, we're not getting all four rounds done today. Yeah, anywho,
appreciate y'all hanging out. If you're new and you enjoyed, follow, sub, join the Discord, all those good things, all the stuff that every other content creator ever told you to do. Do it for me, because I'm clearly more special than them. Sources, trust me, bro. So we're going to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, as per usual, unless something crazy happens. And let's go say hello to Woe. He's running some duos with Bubs, which means that they're probably just trashing everybody. All right, so they're way better than I am. We're pretty good. They're really good. Go say hello, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow night. Have a great rest of your Wednesdays. Bye.